Hi, in this video, we are discussing the first numerical from the exercise for the chapter Units and Measurements, which is the first chapter for the 11th standard physics. So let's get started. Now, in the question, we are observing the masses of two bodies. And when we were measuring the masses of these two bodies, these measurements didn't turn out to be the perfect measurements. These measurements had some of the error associated with it. So हमने जब फर्स्ट बॉडी का मास कैलकुलेट किया और मेजर किया, तब वी फाउंड आउट दैट द मेजरमेंट वाज 15.7 plus or the minus zero point 0.2 kilograms, which is the error associated with the first measurement. And then we tried to measure the second body ka mass. It came out to be 27.3 plus or minus zero point 0.3 kilograms, where again 0.3 kilograms is the absolute error involved in the second reading. And based on this, our task is to calculate the total mass if we were to combine these two bodies. And since our initial masses only have errors involved in that, whatever combination or derived quantity we calculate henceforth will also consist some or the other error, and that's what we have to calculate as well. So हमें ना सिर्फ total mass calculate करना है, but उस mass के associated जो भी error involved होगा, that also we have to calculate. And with this, we have successfully decoded the question. Now let's get with the solution side of this numerical. सबसे पहले let us write the given data that's been given to us. So हम हमारा given section design करेंगे. हमारा given section है. And in this हम जो है हमें जो भी quantities given है. So सबसे first quantity जो हमें दी गई है, that is mass of first body. So let this body be represented with letter A. So mass of body A is given to be, and as you said, these are not perfect measurements. So errors के measurements हम denote करते हैं in this format, where the first term or the A term represents the most probable value in our measurement, and the plus minus delta A represents the mean absolute error involved during that measurement process. So इसी के चलते हमें जो given data है, that is also given to us in this format only, where we have 15.7 plus and minus 0.2, and since we are calculating mass, it's kilogram. That's the unit. So from this I can say मेरा जो A का value है, that would be 15.7, and जो मेरा absolute error delta A का value है, that is 0.2 kilograms. Similarly, अगर मैं second body के mass का represent करूँ using letter B, so mass of body B would be represented as the most probable value plus the error involved in that measurement, delta B. And this is given to us as 27.3 plus minus 0.3 kilograms. Okay, so based on this, I can say that the error involved is 0.3 kilograms, and the value of the most probable value is 27.3 kilograms. Apart from this, हमें जो है question में और कोई given data दिया नहीं गया है. So let us now move to the next section of our numerical, that is to write the to find part. तो to find section में हम लिखेंगे the values or the quantities which we are required to find. Now, हमारे क्वेश्चन में हमें दिया गया है to calculate the total mass and also the error associated with this total mass. So basically, all in all, we have to calculate two quantities. First is the total mass, that is the combined mass when we sum these two bodies. And let me represent this total mass using the letter Z. Now this is just an arbitrary letter. You can use any other letter or alphabet to represent total mass. I am using Z over here. And the second quantity which we have been required to calculate is the total error, or that is the combined error associated with this total mass. So since मैंने जो है मेरे mass को represent किया है using the letter Z, so error associated with the total mass should be represented as delta Z. That is the mean absolute error with the total mass. That's it. These are the two quantities जो हमें ढूंढनी है. And now let us try to understand what sort of formulas we can use to calculate these values based on the given data that's been given to us. So let us write our formulae section, and then we'll proceed with the formulas for our equation or for our numerical. So as you can see, we are seeing the errors, and we are also seeing that we need to calculate a quantity which is a derived quantity of the given quantities. So this to some extent becomes the question of combination of error. जब हम ये chapter में error study कर रहे थे, तो we came across something called as combinations among error. तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग we had different ways to calculate errors based on what sort of relationship the derived quantities shared with the given quantities. Now सबसे पहले हमारा relationship देखते हैं between the derived quantity. So हमारा derived quantity is the total mass, which is what we have to calculate, and we know that this total mass is the addition of the two masses. To be specific, it is the addition of the measurements. So that will be A plus B. So that is the most probable measurements. So since इनका relationship है is of addition nature, इस केस में हमारा जो combined error है, so for us the combined error is plus minus delta z, will be the simple addition between the absolute errors of our two given quantities. That is plus and minus delta A plus and minus delta B. Now there are various ways to calculate this combination error, but since the derived quantity shared the relationship as a sum, so हमारा जो error का way of calculation is simply to add the two errors. So we'll be using these two formulas to calculate the given value. So let this be formula number 1 and let this be formula number 2. So from this, we have done pretty much everything. We have written the given data, to find section and formulas. Now we come to the final section of our solution, that is to actually solve the given numerical. So this is the solution side of solution section of our numerical. So in this, सबसे पहले हम लिखेंगे using the formula 1. So from formula 1, we can calculate the total mass by adding the mass of object A, which is 15.7, plus the mass of object B as measured by us, that is 27.3. If we were to do the addition, we would get Z is equal to 43, and as Z is the total mass, the units are kilograms. So this is the first part of our numerical, that is to calculate the total mass using the two bodies. Now let us calculate the error involved during the calculation of this mass. So I can say from formula 2, we can calculate the error involved with the total mass. So which, as per our formula, is simply the addition of the two errors. So if we were to do it, we would be plus minus 0.2. That is the error involved with the reading of mass of object A, and then plus and minus 0.3, which is the error involved for the measurement of object B. And if we were to add these two errors, I would get my resultant as plus or minus 0.5, which is the error involved in the calculation of total mass, which is also the second part of our numerical and also the final part. So based on this, also, since the error that we are calculating is associated with the mass, total mass of the two bodies, so the error will also use the units kilograms. So based on this, हमने जो है हमारे required data जो है calculate कर दिया है. So we can say that the total mass when we were to combine body A and B would be 43 kgs with an absolute or total error as plus or minus 0.5 kilograms. So if we were to write the final statement, the total mass is 43 kilograms, as you can see, and then the total error is plus and minus 0.5 kilograms. If you want the PDF of this solution, do check out the description box. With this, I hope it helped you. Thank you.